Happy Wednesday! I just did a video over on Facebook and I'm gonna tell y'all the same story, but I'm gonna give y'all more details. Um, let me just please hold. Let me wet my whistle. Oh, okay. Oh, first, hi. If you don't know me, my name is Rhonda. If you want to see my art, I have an Instagram at RhondaMills67, and I'm going to show you a couple pieces right now. And if you want to see any of my Facebook videos where there involves some cooking, that is on the Secret Creations. Okay, so I have told y'all that I do all types of paintings, and one of them is the teaching paintings. This is one of those teaching paintings. So if you wanted to learn like an ocean scene, this is one I would teach you. It's almost all in there. Oh yeah, almost. It's a very simple one. Just some sky, some ocean, some waves, some boulders. You know, your basic ocean scene. This one is one that I think I got off of Instagram that's from India. I know it looks like Jurassic Park or something, but it's India. Isn't it fabulous? I think it looks like the new Fantasy Island. Is anybody watching the new Fantasy Island? Are y'all watching it? Let me know. I watched a couple episodes. There's all types of rocks up on the cliffs and gorgeous flowers. To think this is real, y'all, when y'all want to sit up there, I do. But I don't think I'll be going to India anytime soon. Okay, here is, Winnie the Pooh, the book when you were a kid. I think this looks like Winnie the Pooh, like a page out of Winnie the Pooh. I like this one. It was hard for me not to do the tree with as much like detail as I would like to do and just leave it, like this, but I like the way it turned out. So there's the path and the swing, the big tree. And the last one that I got for you tonight is from Alaska. This one, y'all, is loaded with flowers. Okay, we're gonna go in here. Wait for the camera to focus a little bit. I know there's glare coming in from outside. I apologize. These are all those great flowers in Alaska. That would die in one day in Texas. There's no way they could take this heat. Okay. So there's some paintings for y'all. It is hot today, as usual, in Big D. I kind of, had an easy day at school today, which is weird for me because I'm usually struggling in one way or another. But the thing is, I took 8-week courses in the summer, so it was like back to back, like 24/7, like Friday you would turn in an assignment, the next one would be due on Monday. So, guess what you have to do all Saturday and Sunday. Like, and so my whole life was so consumed, like I couldn't do anything and I couldn't focus on anything as long as I had all that work, in my mind. And now they're, your average 16-week courses. And so they go a little slower. And so it's like, you mean I don't have something due in 2 days? Like, there's not, like, oh, it's so great, y'all. Never take an 8-week course. If you haven't seen my video on that, whew, Not unless you have like nothing but time on your hands and you're just gonna like eat a bunch of sugar and cereal and stuff to stay awake and try and get it all done, y'all, because it's a lot. All right. Y'all ready to get into story time? This could be triggering or disturbing for some viewers. So I want to warn you ahead of time um, that this will be about domestic violence. Now, we haven't got into a whole lot of this yet because I'm kind of trying to just work my way through teenagehood here on the YouTube before I get into all the adult stuff. But just know there's been a tremendous amount of domestic violence, and literally almost every single male that I've been in a relationship with, this has happened. I'm not going to say who or, you know, which. There was a few that weren't bad, but I'm not even going to say a few there. I think there was two, okay? Um, there's been a lot. The majority of fights that I have had in my life have been with grown men, and I mean large men, because that's just naturally what I'm attracted to. I mean, if you could imagine going to the scariest biker bar in town and then walking in the door and seeing some like 7 foot beast that looks mean, I will see him and go, oh my God. But I bet he's like really nice, you know, in person. Like, I bet he's sweet and he just like looks like that. And I bet he's really just like a teddy bear. That's what I do, right? Like, I'm like, oh, you know, it's just like, I wish I had that microphone where they, you know, hit the microphone on your head. It makes that noise. Oh my God, y'all. You know, like when they talk about how white people talk, white people just walk right into situations. Yeah, yeah, that would be the white part of me for sure. Okay, so this is one of those big beastie persons, and this was a long, long time ago, and uh this this was the end when this incident happened. There were prior incidents that are prior stories that I will go into. Also know that every injury on me, everything that's wrong with me now is the result of domestic violence. Um, so, you know, it's not a lot of stuff that you go to doctors for, you know. So I just worked on through it and it just healed how it healed. You know what I'm saying? It's not like when you have been in one of those situations, like you just want to go out in front of the world and be like, would you please just look at my face and imagine what someone just did to me? I mean, it's not, you know, you'd rather just like stay home unless you can wear glasses or do something to cover up whatever is happening. But it's always embarrassing, you know what I mean? It just like, you know, you don't really want to go out, but I've had to. So those are be more stories. But in this particular story, um, I was asleep. This is the way most of these battles start. Um, a lot of you on here know me personally, and you might assume that I just go up to these guys and be like, I dare you to hit me or whatever. Like, it just never happens like that. Like, one time, well, 2 times I can remember I was vacuuming something when this happened. Several times been asleep. It's just, you know, um, it's not usually when you expect it to happen that it happens. It's okay. So anyway, I was asleep. This person was out, you know, partying, drinking, doing whatever they were doing. And they came back and started waking me up, started pulling the covers completely off of me and like shaking the bed and trying to get me up. And I, you know, that's not a good way to wake up. Would anybody be happy in that situation? Like, I'm furious. I'm like, just leave me alone. Now I know at this point he's drunk and nothing he says is gonna, you know, it's just not even, you know what I mean? You know how you can't fight with drunk people? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, just leave me alone. Just go watch TV. Just do whatever you're gonna do. Just, you know, leave me alone. and he won't. This thing where he turns the lights on, takes the blankets all the way off me, and shakes the bed, goes on. I'm, oh no. Let me just go with 10 times, okay? Before I fly out of the bed and be like, what is it that you want? Why? Why do I have to be awake? What is going on? Now, at this point, I'm in the living room. I've lit a cigarette and I have a couch, a coffee table, and in front of the coffee table is a chair. He's on the chair. There's a table between us. I'm on the couch. I'm sitting on the couch smoking a cigarette. Like, what is the problem? What is it? Why am I awake? I don't remember. I think he was just like nonsensical and just shaking his head and just not giving me like an answer, not being clear. Like, if you wanted to wake me up so bad, you would think you would have something to say. Um, I don't think he had anything to say. So I put my cigarette out and I went to stand up. When I went to stand up is when he decided to uh, punch me, in the face, which knocked me back onto the couch. It didn't knock me out, it just knocked me back onto the couch to where he jumped over the coffee table, sat on me, and just began to start, pummeling the top of my head and all that stuff. And this is all happening so fast. I'm still trying to figure out like what is going on. Like I don't even know what's happening. Why is this person on top of me? Um I wish I could tell you that it hurt or something, but I'm not. There's no pain. I'm just totally trying to figure out what is going on. This is some person that I had a relationship with, a friendship prior to the relationship, and the relationship at that point was maybe, I don't know, a year, maybe a year in, uh, maybe a year and a half. And incidents that had happened prior to that were uh, nowhere near this magnitude. There was like, I think, pushing, shoving, and some other stuff that I'm not going to go into because that's going to kill another story. But so apparently there was like a lot of blood, right? Because my nose was busted. I don't know why they always go for the nose, but they always seem to go for the nose. Y'all, my nose used to be so small and cute and straight, and it's been pummeled so many times. I am not going to zoom in so you can see, but there's still where he busted it open last time. It still has there's two marks that just stayed. They've never gone away. And there's all kinds of lumps in there that don't belong inside there's like the cartilage is like, there's very little breathing holes inside there because the cartilage is, come in so much, but you know, so all of the blood makes him stop because he wants to go wash. Now he's got blood, all over him, and now he's suddenly like, I don't know, I don't know what's wrong with you. I don't know what's happening. You're bleeding, and it's like, duh. So I ran into the bathroom to see like what my face looked like. I can see the blood everywhere and I can feel some things happening, but I don't know, you know, you never know until you look in the mirror what it's going to look like. You know what I'm saying? And so I, uh, I want to make sure I'm not going to run out of time. I looked in the mirror and there was blood everywhere. And now I'm like fully conscious and I'm pissed. And, you should know that I never let anyone do these things. Like, I'll fight back. Like, it doesn't matter how large you are or how small you think I am. Like, there's no way you're going to come out of it without me doing something to you. Even if you knock me down, I'm going to get back up. Even if you knock me out, I'm going to come conscious again. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, there's no way you're going to get away with it totally. You know what I'm saying? So, I always fight back. Okay. And this particular time, I'm in the bathroom, I'm examining. He comes in, stands behind me, and it's, it's starting to swell. It looks pretty bad. And he's like, I'll get you some ice. You need some ice. And he's telling me to uh, lay down on the floor so that my nose will be back, so the blood will stop. And he's putting like frozen peas on my face. And um well, before that, hold on, let me just back that up 1 second, because this is really important, because this is the only time that I've not fought back, so you should know. So when I looked in the mirror and I started getting pissed, and he saw that I was going to have some kind of a reaction, he didn't know if I was going to call the cops or what I was going to do, but I wanted to get out of that bathroom because I'm trapped in a small, really, really small space with him. And I've done enough fighting to, I need room. I need, an exit plan. I need to be able to grab a weapon. There's like nothing in the bathroom, I need out of that bathroom. I need a better launching pad, you know what I'm saying? And so, when I go to leave the bathroom, he grabs me. And this is someone that's supposed to love you, right? Like, that's, at least that was your impression. And he goes, "You take one more step toward that door, and I'm knocking you the blank out." And I totally believed him. I was totally stuck in there with him. He was totally capable. This is a person that I didn't tell you about, that I had seen in many fights, that I had seen knock out so many freaking people. I can't tell you. Because he was a bouncer, when I worked in a club, and this is, Um, so anyway, that's that one particular story. So when all of that went down, that's when I had someone come get me out of that house. And I went an hour away. And this story's my time's taken on me, so I'm gonna sum this up really fast. He threatened that he was gonna turn on all my lights, open all my doors and windows, and I had all my animals there. And so I had people that came and saw that, yes, the windows were open, the lights were on. They were all scared to shut my doors and windows, so I hauled butt back from where I was. And when I got here, he wasn't here. All the doors and windows were open. My animals, amazingly, were all still in the house. And he had gone into my refrigerator and freezer, opened them up, taken out all of the mayonnaise, mustard, ketchup, salad dressing, anything that he could find, pickles that was liquid, and threw it all over my kitchen, all over my cabinets, all over my walls, all over my floors, all over everything. Um, there's still a warrant for him, and I know that he left Texas when this happened, and I don't think he's been back since. I know he's alive and well because I've, you do some searching. Um, so amazing that he's still alive, but he is. So am I, though. So there's lots and lots and lots of stories like that we'll get into eventually. Y'all just have to let me ease on in. And I want y'all to have a really good Wednesday night. Please like, please share, and have a really good night. Bye, y'all.